So where does your store take place?
Well, it's just here in Minneapolis where I was living.
This is St. Paul. That's okay.
Oh, sorry. So egocentric, sorry. Your sister city just across the river.
Right, I've been there. And what part of Minneapolis?
South Minneapolis.
Which part?
Actually, we live in a T.P. Healy house, one of the painted Lady Victorians along 35W.
Oh, this is a current story.
Yes.
Current?
Well, somewhat. 2007.
Okay.
Okay, I called it Mavis's Ladybug. I had a very, very dear lady friend named Mavis Ladybug, and she did the work of angels in people's lives. I just know it. She had such a great heart, such a great spirit, but because she was so tremendous and so much better than most people, she was also handicapped with gross obesity and heart disease and diabetes and cancer. You know, she was like weighed down with all those kind of things because otherwise she'd just soar, you know, so it was balancing out karmically or something. But she was dying and in a hospice bedroom, and I said to her, while she was still lucid, I said, Mavis, we gotta work out something really important before you go. What are you gonna send me to let me know you're okay when you die? She thought for a moment, and she said, a ladybug, red with black spots. I think they're classy. And I said, all right. This was on a Wednesday in September of 2007. And by that Friday, I was performing my first wedding ceremony. I'm an officiant. My business is nonconformist nuptials. And
We'll get back to that.
yeah, anyway, I was in Shakopee at a golf course there where we were, you know, holding the ceremony. And I had stopped before the ceremony to freshen up in the ladies' room, and there was the bride and her whole entourage. And I washed my hands and reached in for a little paper napkin in the basket in this bathroom, and there was a ladybug sitting on top of the paper towel. Well, I picked it up and I put it on my hand, and I told the bride and girls about it. And they said, oh yeah, we saw that, that's good luck. I said, it's a little more than that. Then they all got mad at me because I ruined their makeup because I made them cry. So I went out and I was running around showing the 250 people, look at what my dead friend Mavis sent me. And to their credit, no one said I was crazy. They all went, that is the coolest thing ever. Well, that little bug just stayed on my hand. I mean, it preened itself. It was just kind of mellow and never moved from my hand. And I realized, I'm going to have to do this ceremony with a bug on my hand. Okay, so I did. We were outside by a waterfall. The ceremony went off without a hitch. Then I realized after a time, I said, you know, I'm getting a cramp in my hand because it's been well over an hour that I'm holding it this way. So I said to the bug, I'm going to need you to crawl up here because I've got to turn my hand over. I put my hand against my chest, and it instantly crawled and sat where a brooch would be. We have an unretouched Polaroid picture and 250 witnesses to this. It stayed there while we were signing the licenses and such. And then after a little while, it started getting antsy, if I may mix my bugs. And I said, okay, I know you've got to go out. So I put it back on my hand, and it pouted. It tucked in its little legs. And just, I said, no, I'm taking you out. So my husband and I went out to where I'd just done the ceremony outside, and I was looking around for, where am I going to put you? Where am I going to put you? I saw by the waterfall there were some pretty purple impatiens flowers. I said, I'm going to go over there and put you there. I put out my hand like this, and I swear to you, that bug just crawled down this finger, climbed on the flower, and, you know, as though it were my own little flea of a flea circus or something. Well, I hugged my husband, and I looked in the sky, and I said, Mavis, you rock. And the bug disappeared. And then later, when we were leaving after the wedding, the bride came running out through the parking lot and said, tell your friend how happy we were she came to our wedding.
So, let me ask you about the truthfulness of this story. What percentage?
100%.
Okay, but ladybugs don't make facial expressions.
Well, no, those are my interpretations of its actions, but the fact that it never moved.
But that's kind of in a
sat
kind of
here.
a loose area of truthfulness. No? No?
I don't think so. I think I was really in tune
Really?
with this bug.
Mm. I just have never cared for inspirational stories. I heard so many of them growing up in church that I have an antipathy to inspirational stories. So what's the theology behind this story? I mean, so you believe in a life after.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Basically,
and so you believe that people who go into the next world have some power over this world?
I think they can more easily communicate with things like animals and other natural things, just to send signs. You know, believing is seeing rather than seeing is believing.
Okay.
So if you don't have that, mindset, it could be happening all around you and you wouldn't notice it.
Does this mean that we should not step on anthills?
That's a personal choice, I think. I just know that this
Are we going to
bug
be able
thing.
to live without stepping on anthills?
Well, if you don't do it with evil intent, I think you might be all right.
But we drive cars. There are ants in the roadway. There are ladybugs everywhere.
It's
And
again.
they are all dispatched by the dead.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I think it's a matter of, we worked out, this woman and I had worked out what symbol would work for me to understand that there was a hello from her. And it has come anytime I've done something big for me. When I was going back to theater after several years, I was going to be in the Mousetrap at Lakefield Community Arts Center. And it was November. It was opening night, I went into the ladies' room in the bowels of the theater, and there were a couple of ladybugs on the mirror. I did the Dixie Swim Club there 2 years later, opening night, again, ladybug in the theater, and one flew and landed on a barrette on my co-star's head. And when I was doing another wedding in Two Harbors, I was telling a lady this story, and I happened to look at the table setting that the mother of the bride had made. She made each individual table different, and I hadn't even paid any attention. I looked in there, and there was a ceramic ladybug in a box that said, "Ladybug," at my table, no one else's.
There seems to be a theme operating.
There
in
is,
your life.
and my husband and I threw a geezer gala, which was a 50s sock hop and Alzheimer's fundraiser. It was again in the winter, there was snow outside, we were decorating the church basement for it, and there was a ladybug climbing in.
I have to. Don't read too much into it. In my line of work, we would skip the ladybug, and the story would start with the non-conformist wedding. There you've got a story.
I have had some fun times with that.
All right. Let's keep the ladybug a secret from now on.